I can almost hear you groan now. That collective sigh that echoes around a seminar room as soon as there's a mention of group work. The realisation that arguments over workloads, opinions and styles will surely follow. And the sense that all it takes is one person not pulling their weight to bring down everyone's grade. That's enough to drive you crazy, but it doesn't have to be this way. Group work can be one of the most fulfilling and rewarding aspects of your studies.
Friends forever!
Doing group work does take extra effort to get right, but doing so will not only help you now in your studies, but also in your future work. A good place to start is considering the 6 stages of effective group work. I'm going to have a look at each one of these in detail. Number 1, the principle of individualisation. This sounds complex, but it just means that everyone learns at their own pace and in their own way. It's important to realise this as we start group work. Just because you think about or understand the world in a particular way doesn't mean that everyone or even anyone else in the group will learn in that way. Number 2, goal setting. All group work begins with a discussion of the objectives and purpose. You should determine what tasks are needed in order to complete the goal of your group work. You should also agree who is best suited to each of these tasks and divide up that responsibility, keeping in mind the principle of individualisation. Once those responsibilities are agreed, deadlines should be set, including any periodical evaluation that might be needed. Don't just meet up again at the last minute. Number 3, fact-finding. This part is often something that's done solo, and that isn't a bad idea. Allowing each member of the group to go off to gather data that they've been assigned means that a range of opinions about that information will be brought back to the table. However, do be empathetic to workloads and learning styles as you assign who will research what. Number 4, some active listening. When you meet up again with your group, it's really important to engage in active listening as others present what they found. Reserve your judgment until they've presented their ideas, and remember the shape of your project is built upon multiple ideas and shouldn't be shoehorned into your preconceptions. Number 5, production. Only now can you actually begin the process of producing any solid work. Just like all work, the collective planning process will help you to produce much better work together. Again, return to the principle of individualisation as you assign tasks in the production of your final project output. And number 6, evaluation. This should be an ongoing process, but once production comes to an end, you should measure the quality of the group's experience in relation to the objectives of the task. This will help to ensure that you've reached the goal to the best of the group's ability. Now those 6 steps will help you to plan and produce group work, but the greatest way of solving any issues with group work is by taking an empathetic approach. Empathy is at its simplest an awareness of other people's feelings, needs and concerns, and it's linked to that idea of individualisation. Empathy is quite intuitive, but it is something that we can work on and get better at. So when things aren't going right, stop, and before you complain or shout, ask others in your group, is everything okay? How can we support you better? Lots of people have other things going on in their lives beyond their studies, and understanding these will really help you understand the different workloads and commitments that people have, and will massively improve the quality and enjoyment of your group work.